Alright, hey guys, welcome back to JForce Gaming, and today we are going to take a look at one of the most powerful gaming smartphone in 2022, and it is the Red Magic 7. So we are going to take a look at what is packed inside this extremely powerful gaming phone and what are the features that it has, and we are going to go through with all the specifications that this phone is packed with and all the amazing tech that is included inside this phone. So without further ado, now let's proceed on to the specification of this phone. Alright, now let's run through the quick specs of this phone itself. So it is powered by the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, which is the current latest and the most powerful processor by Adreno Snapdragon, and is packed with up to 18 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, which is the fastest RAM you can currently find in a smartphone currently. It also comes with an extremely large 6.8-inch 1080p OLED display and pairs with an up to 256 gigs of UFS 3.1 storage, which is currently the fastest storage you can find in a smartphone right now. So for the design wise, it is absolutely stunning for a gaming phone. Alright, I think this is one of the best design that I have ever seen on a smartphone itself. Alright, so what I have here is a transparent back design. Alright, so you can see the parts inside, especially this beautiful RGB fan. Alright, that is part of the ICE 8.0 cooling system, which I will talk about more of the features in the later part of the video. So for now, as you can see, the back design is so amazing that you can see all the vents, you can see the inner side of the phone, alright, and the light up of the RGB fan, which makes the back of the phone absolutely gorgeous. And the camera layout is, I think, one of the best camera layout that you can find on a smartphone. Absolutely beautiful with the gold and black words, which contrast perfectly well with the phone itself. And on the front is a 6.8-inch OLED display, alright, with very less bezel, and the screen is mostly flush to the side of the body itself. So it's a very sleek and very 2022 looking phone, made for gamers, mobile gamers like you and me. Alright, so now let's talk about the ICE 8.0 cooling system, which I mentioned earlier on. Alright, so this houses a high-speed turbo fan with RGB lights. Alright, and this is the most sophisticated cooling system that you can ever find in a smartphone. Alright, so it has a superconducting copper foil, alright, sandwiched with an aerospace grade composite face PCMI, a super soft insulation heat pad, and a high conductive gel in between. And at the back of it, alright, there's an air aluminum box with VC heatsink and a composite graphene, alright, all combined together to dissipate heat away from the phone itself, so you can have a cool gaming experience without any overheating issues. And because it keeps your phone so cool that you are able to overclock this phone up to 30% off more of its stock performance. So this is one of the only overclockable phone that you can get in the market right now. Alright, so now we are moving on to what is one of the most amazing part of this phone, which is the screen itself and the refresh rate on the screen itself. Alright, this is the only screen that can refresh us up to a whopping 165 Hz. Alright, current flagship phone right now you can find the maximum refresh rate is only 120 Hz, and this goes all the way up to 165 Hz, which delivers one of the best and the most smoothest gaming experience you can ever find on a smartphone. And although if you are not using it to game, right, let's say if you are scrolling through YouTube or scrolling through web pages, alright, it's extremely fluid and extremely smooth that it blows my mind with the type of refresh rate that you can only find in professional gaming monitors, and is now in the palm of your hand. So this is a really amazing technology that it is a must on gaming smartphone in 2022. And you can select between 60 Hz, 90 Hz, 120 Hz, and 165 Hz, alright, to save batteries and to suit your needs. So if you are, let's say if you're scrolling through normal web pages, or you're scrolling through Instagram, alright, you can lower it down to 60 Hz or even 90 Hz, alright, to save battery, alright. But on this phone, while gaming, 165 Hz is insanely smooth and fluid. I would highly recommend you guys to try that out. Right, and on the 6.8-inch screen, it's absolutely mind-blowing. And other than the refresh rate, alright, this screen also shows up to 1.07 billion different type of colors on the screen itself, so you can get the absolute vivid display on your phone and on your gaming experience, right, with a 100% white color gamut. So this is one of the best display you can find on a smartphone and also in a gaming phone itself generally. And that's not all, right? This phone also comes packed with an up to 18 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, which is the first in the world to support the LPDDR5 RAM. So it's able to keep all your apps running in the background smoothly, right, without any issues, right? And you can switch between apps much faster than other apps, than other phones in 2021 or even this year itself. So this is the only phone that supports LPDDR5, the fastest RAM in the world right now in a mobile phone. And of course, the storage itself, it also comes with a UFS 3.1 storage of up to 256 gigs. So with this UFS 3.1 storage, where you can transfer data and files up to 10 times faster than other phone right now. So this is an incredibly amazing and super fast phone, alright, that is very snappy, pretty amazing. So it can give you a complete lag-free gaming experience that you can get in a gaming smartphone to this date. Alright, so after talking so much, let's go into the gaming experience and some benchmark of it and see how powerful this phone actually is. Okay, so now to the gaming performance, we are going to play COD Mobile. So why I choose this game is because this has two trigger buttons that you can utilize basically for first-person shooter or even other games as well. You can program the button to whichever. I'm going to show you guys how you can program it, okay? And as you can see, because if you want to bring up the game menu itself, let's do a quick overview of the game menu itself. Right, as you can see, you can choose between eco mode, with saved battery, balance between battery and performance, and rise is what I'm in right now. Okay, as you can see, it overclocks the GPU and the CPU itself, so to give you the extra boost of performance, and you can monitor all these things. Alright, I can monitor the temperature, all this thing, okay, all the battery percentage, the frames per second. There's so many customizing you can do. You can block calls, so you can have your smooth gaming experience that you want. Okay, and there is, there's a lot of settings you can select. You can select your touch sampling rate, sensitivity. Alright, as you can see, you can even record your gameplay. Okay, and plugin, you can have different plugin that you can aim assist, macros, all these things that is amazing for as a gamer myself. All these things you can't find in any other phones, or only in this Red Magic 7 you can find all these gaming things that all these gaming plugins that you can find to help you better in game. Alright, so this is the shoulder button. So as you can see, I program it to the aim button, so the left one, as you can see. So if I tap the left one shows up. If I tap the right one, so this is to aim down, this is to shoot. So let's do a quick review. Alright, and the reason why I chose this game is because of the 720 Hz touch sampling rate. What that means is that if I move my finger, you see the screen move almost instantly. Alright, it's very reactive to your finger, so you can have a very accurate movement, very accurate. So someone shooting from behind you, you can instantly turn around and just shoot at them. So let's do the trigger button. So if I trigger, it's pretty much like using a controller to play. Alright, so the right one shoots and the left one aim down. So it's like literally I'm using a controller to play. Okay, yeah, see. Alright, so see, of the touch enemy, I'm able to turn myself so fast, right, and kill the enemy from behind of me. So I can just aim down and see as enemy. Right. Okay. Oh, I just got killed by a car. So as you can see, the trigger buttons is really perfect for a gamer like us. Right, and the 720 Hz touch sampling rate, right, it reacts instantly to your finger movement, and basically it's a really amazing experience if you are a first-person shooter gamer, right? So now so what other users does it have? Right? So let's move on to another game. I'll show you why the other function that this phone can handle. Alright, so now I have Real Racing 3 playing right now. Why do I choose this game? Alright, because this is the only game, alright, that can run at up to 165 frames per second. Why is this very important? Because
this phone, alright, can handle 165 frames per second without dropping any frames, and at 165 Hz, so you guys are not losing out on any performance. You guys can get the maximum performance that you guys can get out of this phone. 165 Hz, 165 FPS is such a beast of a phone that even some desktop PC cannot even handle 165 FPS at 165 Hz. So this is really one of the most amazing phone that I truly felt like it's really just a beast. So as you can see on top here, let's do a closer look. Alright, it stays at a constant 160 FPS and above. Alright, on 165 Hz while racing, you know, you really feel that you are actually in the game itself. Right, with all the haptic feedback, everything, alright, it makes you feel like you're actually driving the game. Alright, it is so smooth. Alright, because I'm recording this on a 60 FPS, this video in 60 frames per second, so you can't really enjoy the full full smoothness of this. But if you were to play this in person, hands down, this is one of the best phone that I have used to game by far. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's no such phone that can compare to its performance wise. This really blows my mind away. As you can see how smooth this thing is, and as you can see from the frames, it keeps at a solid 165 to 166 frames per second without any drops frame in between. Alright, and this is the maxed out graphics, so you can really there's no game that this phone cannot handle at all. So as you can see, it still stays at a solid 160 FPS. Alright, so now we are going to move to another game, alright, and I'm going to show you the other features that this phone can handle as well, and we are going to Genshin Impact. Alright, so now we are at Genshin Impact, and this is one of the most demanding games on mobile right now. So most of the phone is very hard to handle this game at a solid 60 frames per second, but I'm going to show you the power of this phone itself. Alright, even a lot of latest phone right now, alright, struggles to keep a 60 FPS even in medium settings. Alright, we are going to run this game on maximum graphics, alright, and see how it handles the frames itself. As you can see, it looks absolutely stunning, and without lying to you guys, alright, let me just show you my settings. Alright, for the graphics itself, it is on custom Y because everything is maxed out, and the FPS I set at 60 FPS, so it's the maximum of the maximum. Everything is maxed out on Genshin Impact. Okay, as you can see, the frames FPS on top, it maintains a solid 60 FPS throughout. So you can see, so you can really enjoy the world itself. Okay, what the Genshin developer want you guys to enjoy, alright, is the graphics itself. Okay, because by right, the Genshin Impact, the graphics is one of the most graphically demanding games, alright, on the smartphone itself. Right? It really feels like you're playing on a PC and not on a mobile phone. As you can see, it's keep a solid 60 FPS with some time drop down to 59 FPS. As you can see, if I'm looking around the world, it keeps a solid 60 FPS. So you can tell how powerful this phone is. Alright, and it's not even hot at all. Usually if you play Genshin for about 30 minutes, you can feel that your phone is really overheating. Alright, you can basically cool and eat on it, but this, because of the fan itself, it keeps this phone really cool, and it keeps the performance as it is. So as you can see, a solid 60 FPS on Genshin Impact, which is really, really amazing, guys. I'm not even kidding right now. As you can see, I'm playing this game in real time right now. 60 FPS, maximum custom graphic, maxed out graphics, running at 60 FPS. It's really insane. Okay. Just let you guys enjoy the graphics itself, the gameplay itself. Right, as you can see from the top, right, not even a single drop in frames at all. Okay, so you can tell this is a really amazing gaming beast itself. Alright, so now we are going to the benchmark itself and see how the processor and the graphics run in benchmark. Alright, so I have actually done the Wildlife one, the Wildlife Extreme test, alright, and the Slingshot Extreme. Alright, as you can see from my results, it maxed up the screenshot extreme result, alright, and for wildlife it achieved a total of close to 10,000 on wildlife, which this is one of the fastest phones you can ever get in screen itself. Okay, as you can see, for the performance itself, it maxed up everything on the benchmark itself. So as you can see, okay, this is all the device specification. As you can see from wildlife, the Nubia Magic 7 outperformed 100% of the phone in this test. So there's no other phone that can outperform this phone right now. So this is a pretty amazing and insane gaming phone that you can get in the market right now. So now let's move on to Geekbench. Okay, and I actually did a test on Geekbench, and it actually achieved a score of 1250 on the single core score and 3707 on the multi-core score. So this is also one of the highest score you can get on the Android phone right now. So yeah, this phone is really there's nothing this phone cannot handle. So this is really a beast of a phone, alright. So there's nothing more I can say. This phone is just too powerful. It really maxes out any of the benchmark you can get, and any of the games you can guarantee a smooth experience on games. So for the camera test itself, okay, because of the 64 megapixel camera, okay, it can basically take photo in high details, alright. I would say the quality wise is good enough. I wouldn't say it's the best or it's the worst. I would say it's much better than average, because it definitely cannot be compared to the Pixel or the Sony type of quality, but it basically get the jobs done. If you were to take pictures outside, or you will just take a simple selfie, TikTok videos and such, it gets the job done very well. Alright, as you can see from the selfie right here, it's pretty good. It's captured all the details, the light effect, the light, background light, everything looks very vivid and very smooth. Alright, the light is not too much, the contrast is perfect, it's just well balanced. Alright, so as for the front facing camera, as you can see, there's a light behind me, and the light is not blinding the whole image itself. Alright, so for the front facing camera, it's really very good for the front facing camera. The light itself, the detail, you can see a bit of details in the light as well. So it has some of the dynamic range in the photo itself. So yeah, overall I will give it a 8.10 for camera wise. And inside this phone is packed with a dual cell 4500 mAh battery that can last you up to a day of gaming and daily use itself. Alright, and it supports up to 60 watts of fast charging inside, so you can get your phone charged up to 100% in less than an hour. Alright, and inside the box it also comes with a 60 watts fast charger itself. So you get everything in the box, unlike some other companies which doesn't give you the charger or the cable, but this one does come with a whole package itself. So you guys can ready to use it, ready to game right out of the box itself. And it also comes with a dedicated gaming switch. So once you switch this up, it will launch into the gaming UI by Red Magic. So within this UI, you can customize its tutorials, or you can customize anything to your liking. Okay, that's all the accessories that you guys can get. Alright, and this is your profile, so you can select what is suitable for you. Alright, you can have a network settings, which one you want. You want limited network space and such. Anti-disturbance, you don't want anyone to call you while you are gaming. Alright, force touch prevention, you don't want to accidentally touch. So there's a lot of customization that you can customize, alright, to your liking. Alright, so while you're gaming, you don't want to be disturbed, alright, or you want, game halfway, you want to have a screen timeout yourself, and you can choose between all the customization settings of kind of themes that you would like. Red Magic watermark, do you want to have the watermark or not in the recordings itself? Alright, and you can lock brightness. So many settings for you guys to customize to suit your gaming needs. So, and you can launch game directly from here. So you can see you can launch the Genshin Impact from here, and all the settings will be set for you while you are playing the game itself. So yeah, it's a very nice design. So if you were to go back, you'll go back to the home page, and if you don't want to use this anymore, just switch it back, and it will be back to your normal phone UI. Alright, and it's also run and this also runs on Android 12, so you get the best OS and the best performance you can get in this phone right now.
Alright, so in conclusion of the Red Magic 7, alright, I will highly recommend you guys to get this phone because not only that it is packed with awesome and amazing and the best hardware you can find currently in 2022, alright, it also packed with amazing software and a lot of game features that you cannot find in any other phone or even any other gaming phone. So this phone, alright, it is one of the best phones that I've reviewed, and if you guys were getting this, alright, not for gaming but for normal use like watching YouTube videos, you know, like browsing through Facebook, Instagram, you know, or for all your TikTok and such, alright, this phone delivers it much better than any other consumer smartphone out there. Why? Because this inside here is packed with hardware, although it is marketed for gaming, but the hardware inside, alright, is hands down one of the best hardware that you can get, alright, in a smartphone, alright. Fastest RAM and the fastest storage in the world right now, alright, and of course with the fastest processor in the world, and with the highest refresh rate that you can find in any other phone right now. It is all inside this phone as one. So if you are a casual consumer that you are looking for a phone you want to get for your daily use, alright, this phone also delivers well because with the faster storage and RAM, alright, you can transfer files and data much 10 times faster than any other phone out there. And also with the RAM itself, you can switch between apps very fluid and very fast, alright, compared to other phone that I've reviewed in 2022, alright. This phone hands down the fastest that you can get, alright, for this. So if you can do basically everything on this phone itself, okay. So so if you guys are interested in getting this phone, alright, you guys can or want to learn more about more in detail about this phone, right, you guys can go ahead and visit the link in the video description down below and go ahead and check it out for yourself. Alright, I will highly recommend you guys, if you guys are thinking of getting a phone this year, alright, I will highly recommend you guys to check out Red Magic 7. Okay, this phone is by far the best phone that I have ever reviewed, and it's the hardware, the software, and basically even the RGB fan itself, the screen, 165 Hz screen, literally blows my mind. As you can see how happy I am reviewing this phone, because this is one of the best phone that I can technically find, and it is not that heavy to hold in your hands and in any way, alright. It is very light. With the amount of hardware, the amount of power that you get in this phone, alright, is by far one of the best, alright. I've been saying this is the best because this is really one of the best phone that I have ever reviewed. So yeah, so if you guys are interested, once again, go ahead and check the link in the video description down below. Go ahead and check it out for yourself. Alright, and yeah, that's all for today, guys. If you find this review helpful, do give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe for more videos like this, where I review tons of tech gadgets and many more on my channel. So if you guys haven't do so, do hit the subscribe button in the video description down below. And thank you guys for being here all the way to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. And yeah, so that's all for today, guys, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Peace out.
I don't wanna cry.